Welcome, everyone, to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're joining us today because, honestly, we're tackling what's arguably the single greatest tension every modern business leader faces right now. It's this grueling, high-wire act of balancing your company's daily survival with the desperate, absolute need for future innovation. Like how you keep the lights on today while simultaneously building the light bulb of tomorrow. It's a fascinating challenge, and we've got some incredible, data-backed insights to guide us through it. So, how do you invent the future when you're literally just busy surviving the present? It's a provocative question, isn't it? If you're a focused learner trying to really grasp the mechanics of modern leadership, well, this is the high-stakes problem you've got to solve. I mean, your competitors are moving fast, disruptions are constant, and the pressure to perform immediately, it's immense. Yet, if you only focus on today, you simply won't have a tomorrow. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. Number 1, the leadership challenge. 2, the ambidextrous organization. 3, enter dialogic coaching. 4, the co-design model. 5, real-world results. And finally, 6, the future of leadership. Section 1, the leadership challenge, surviving crises. It's no secret that the modern business environment is fiercely turbulent. Organizations are facing unprecedented disruptions. We're living in this new normal that forces executives to rapidly rethink their management and leadership practices, literally just to keep the business alive. But here's the thing. Research actually shows that companies investing in innovation through a crisis absolutely outperform their peers during the recovery. Doing that, though, requires collaborative action. You can't just mandate innovation from the top down, right? You have to foster it while managing the day-to-day chaos of the present. Section 2, the ambidextrous organization. Balancing two worlds. This exact tension introduces a pretty amazing academic concept called organizational ambidexterity. Try thinking of your organization as a person. You need your right hand, that's exploitation, your operational execution, hitting your quarterly numbers, maintaining existing business streams. But you also desperately need your left hand, and that's exploration, adapting, inventing new products, shifting the competitive dynamics of your industry. When executive teams intentionally engage in both performance and innovation, they exhibit ambidexterity. But the million-dollar question is, how do you actually train a leadership team to be ambidextrous? Section 3, enter dialogic coaching, a new approach to change. To achieve this vital ambidexterity, we use a specific framework that paints a stark contrast to how things used to be done. Historically, management relied on diagnostic OD, where change is treated as a discrete, episodic event. You diagnose a problem, you fix it, and boom, you're done. But dialogic OD flips that entirely on its head. Dialogic OD says change is a continuous conversational process. It's not a one-off event. It's actually embedded in the daily dialogue, the relationships, and the ongoing learning of the team. If you want to balance your right hand of execution with your left hand of innovation, you need continuous conversation, not just some one-time workshop. Section 4, the co-design model, theory into practice. And this brilliantly illustrates a remarkable case study involving a 15-member global high-tech executive team. This was a company with over 1,000 employees that actually put this into practice. It shows the exact cyclical model external coaches developed right alongside them. Look at how interconnected this is. It's not a straight line. It's a living, breathing cycle. This is the 4-stage co-designed coaching model. And because it was co-designed directly with the team, they had immediate buy-in. Let's walk through these 4 stages really quickly. Stage 1 is identifying the desired team state, basically figuring out that they really needed to balance execution and innovation. Stage 2 is assessing members. Stage 3 is implementing interventions, which involved deeply observing team dynamics and bringing hidden interpersonal issues to the surface. And Stage 4 is monitor and evaluate, creating a constant feedback loop. Through this dialogic process, the coaches were actually able to surface hidden interpersonal dynamics, even identifying toxic behaviors that were actively holding the executive team back from truly collaborating. Now, to understand exactly what happened in Stage 2, you have to realize that executive coaching is a rigorous science. It is absolutely not just soft skills. To build that ambidextrous organization, the coaches utilized hard, proprietary data. They used the MBTI, conflict style assessments, Hogan assessments, leadership versatility indices, change style indicators, and 2 comprehensive 360-degree surveys. They compiled all of this at the team level to give a completely valid, reliable view of the executive's capabilities and their blind spots. And guess what they found? They found that interpersonal relationships, how these leaders actually treated each other day to day, was the absolute biggest hurdle to their innovation. Section 5, Real-World Results, the tangible ROI. All right, this is where theory meets the bottom line. What actually happens when that 15-member team commits to this process? Well, they committed for 4 full years. This wasn't some overnight fix. Becoming an ambidextrous organization requires a deep, longitudinal commitment. It requires continuous dialogue and adjustment. But let me tell you what those 4 years actually yielded. During that exact same time period, the company won 4 Best Places to Work awards, 1 national and 3 regional. This proves a massive, tangible improvement in their daily operations, their culture, and their execution. That right there is their right hand operating at absolute peak performance. But what about their left hand, the exploration, the innovation side of things? Well, they won 24 innovative product awards. 24! By changing how the executive team communicated and collaborated, they completely unlocked their organization's ability to invent the future. And here is the ultimate tangible ROI payoff. Because this high-tech firm was so phenomenally successful at balancing daily execution with future innovation, the company was ultimately sold at a 50% premium. No way, right? But yes, a 50% premium. That is the sheer financial power of organizational ambidexterity when it's unlocked by Dialogic coaching.
Section 6, the future of leadership, continuous evolution.
So what does this incredible case study actually mean for you? I want to leave you with this really powerful quote straight from the source material. Creating a more innovative organization requires changing the context of how decision-making, development, and learning are handled. Think about that. You cannot just demand innovation. You have to actively shape the environment where it happens. You have to engage in continuous dialogue, assess your team rigorously, and be totally willing to co-design your future together. So ask yourself, how can you shift your own team's context today so that you aren't just surviving the present, but truly inventing your tomorrow?